Good morning, everybody. Nice early morning stream, 7 a.m. UK time. Let's do it. Back on the Goblin server as we continue. Hope everyone's had a good Saturday night and enjoying Sunday morning. I'm armed with a coffee and some juice and a few hours of gaming. Ooh, if we had pliers, that would be worth taking. So, we need to have food, don't we? That's our next. Problem. Gather our sticks. Go right here, I think, to start with. Get some bark. Do it. Then we're going to make our way back to the trader and see if we can make some more nails. Fishy. So things we learnt yesterday, eating damaged food is no good for you. Good. We should be able to sell the USG. Maybe the Longhorn pistol. Probably the 2.2 pistol. A few more nails. Then the Longhorn and the USG would be useful. Might make 100 nails if you're lucky. Come on, get out of here. Back to trade we go. Only damaged. So the reason I swap over is mine have been damaged for a while. The ones you pick up are just damaged. So in my head they're less damaged. Get away from where we've cooked as well. Alright, let's eat one of those fishies. We meant to boil them, didn't we? Water them. Whatever that's, boil. That's the word I wanted. Get there in the end. So we switched to 4-hour restarts to try and get around the crashes we had last night. Hoping that'll work. I need to probably make my way straight down, hit down here somewhere and then go along. Maybe that way. There we go. What we really need to do is save up for the better rucksack. Or save up for a code lock. If we save up for a code lock, then if we get a saw and a hammer, at least we can build a base. We need nails though. We need nails, saw, hammer. We'll use 308 an emergency on the way down because I don't think we've got enough USG to make it worthwhile. Oh, 16, that'll do. We'll use 6. We'll use this one. Got a little bit of carriage. Okay. It's a shame that one's not sat right, isn't it? Sat in the ground at one end but not the other correctly. Make a good base, wouldn't it? Build your base inside. Because it counted probably not as a building. Door on there. Go up into the roof for views out. Potential. Interesting. The new build's brilliant, Robert. Thank you. I'm really liking it. It's a different take on Pacific Northwest. We just need players on it now. That's what it comes down to, isn't it? It's harder. We've made stuff spawn in damaged. Food also spawns in damage, so if you eat damaged food you get ill. So you have to hunt and shoot the fish more. I've changed the trade around so they don't sell a lot more. They don't sell a lot. Well, rephrase that. They do buy a lot, but for next to nothing. So it's become harder to use a trader. You can't buy your way to victory so easily. We've got a few different weapon packs in, but sensible weapons, M4s, and there's a 338 sniper as part of the map. But finding it is hard. And it's nice being in a different part of the world, so Pacific Northwest now, which is quite good. And good morning. We need about 10 players that play it on a regular basis, realistically. And I've had shouts from some people that they'd like AI on the server. I'll never do it. I'll never add AI to a server. It's not me. That's the road we wanted. I have to follow this down. So all our clothes are ruined. Well, mostly ruined. Or badly damaged. Everything is just survival gear. I've got a few more things I'd like to do to the map. A few more things I need to add in. But I can do that in slow time. But the map's big enough that 30 people could get lost on here, while still channeling them to events, so PvP, oil rig. Hi Cookie. Really good, thank you buddy. Obviously Pacific Northwest. We're spawning in nearly everything in, well, it's pristine, that doesn't show me well, in a damaged or worn state, including the little bits of food. And if you eat damaged food, you get ill. So, which works really well, because then I've got the excuse of, and I didn't know it would do that, because then I can use the whole, well, it's food that's been inside a military zombie for 11 years. There was obviously a hole in the can. Of course it's not going to be safe to eat. But really enjoying it. Cookie, how's the holiday? Is baby Cookie feeling better? Obviously we've got a in game you get a Colt AR-15 platform. We've put in a Honey Badger and we've got the 338 in here. Base building's difficult now, so we've got instant flag. Trying to buy your way to victory using the trader is nigh on impossible. because we've got the new advanced trader, which means you need to have a swipe card to get into the other part. And I've found other bunkers. I've got a mod pack on here that's comes as part of it. And obviously I'm playing on the map that you and I are playing on as well. We've got 4 airdrops, which there's no point even looking at. New base building mod, which is amazing. Sorry, not base building, storage building. So you need a workbench, you need metal, which is a bitch to get home. And you need nails and a special hammer and a blueprint. And then you can make all your storage for your base yourself, including a cooker, which you then need to buy massive gas bottles for. Good girl. Good girl. I'm impressed. You'll probably need that because bandages are few and far between. I've upped the zombies, I've upped the bear spawns and wolf spawns, and I've also increased how many wolves spawn in a pack, and bears. We've got black bears as well as brown on here. So when you get attacked by animals now, it's like horrible because you've got a weapon that malfunctions, you've got ammo that malfunctions. It feels closer to a hardcore server. We're not there yet. We need to do some more tweaks yet. But tweaks are different than a rebuild. So we're off to the trader. Wherever we are. We're over there. We're off to the trader because we need to sell some rubbish. Mando, oh my god, you're up early. I was up at 4 o'clock, mate. .30 this morning. I was drinking coffee and working on back end of the server. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Right then, let's eat the rest of that fish. So the trader now has the easy trader, the bit that you can get to, has some stuff and basic weapons that it'll buy for next to nothing. But if you want to sell good weapons and ammo, you need a swipe card to get into the back of the trader. Did you shit the bed? No, I always get up at between 4:30 and 5 every morning. Have done for years. Go to bed at about 11. Go to sleep about midnight. Get 4.5 to 5 hours sleep is plenty. And then Cookie, to base build, you need a code lock. Obviously you need all the normal stuff. It's simple base, so you need lots of nails. So to generate that is hard going. But I said flag is instant build, and what I've done is I've taken out the pickaxes so people can't then break it down to make free nails. Otherwise you can just break it down and grab 70 nails for free. So that ability's taken away. And we're saying people you can have 10 code locks. Obviously we're now on breaching charges. I'm only up due to dogs need walking. Yeah. I've never been one to sleep. Other people do that sleep thing. 4.5, 5 hours. If I sleep for 6 hours, I feel like I've overslept. I'd sleep for about 4.5 to 5 hours a night, and then once every couple of weeks I'll have an afternoon to catch up. Don't know if you saw the message, but I'm heading back inside to the Devil Child. Enjoy the stream, Jude. Thanks for checking on our base. Oh, thanks, Cookie. I didn't see it, but I've seen it now. Thanks, mate. In 2 places at once. So we're making another run back to Trader to sell some shit. To make some nails. Also, Cookie, have a nice holidays, you dirty red. Oh dear. We're still looking for an M4 mag and a box of M4 ammo, and then we can get away with get rid of a lot of the shit weapons we've got, and just switch to the AR platform. That baby, I love it. Built for those that demand the best, semi-auto fire and chambered in 5.56/45 NATO. Great for home defence, not California compliant. Awesome description. We've got a new renaming pack on, so all the weapons should now be named correctly, and it's one that updates on a regular basis. So when BI bring in new weapons, they update the mod. So things like the UMP45 now has H and K attached to it, and they've done some massive research into the weapons to make sure the names are correct, which obviously I like. Tide's out. Such a tidal rage on here. These trees have the old tide lapping on them when tide's in. Nine mil. No, that's what I've got here is 45. Colt is 5.56. B97 308. Longhorn, or whatever they call it on here. The Thompson Centre Contender. Yeah. So yeah, USG is a 45. Always has been. But it's 45 caliber in DayZ is a shit round. 9 mils better. It's a shame. We've got no carriage anymore. So, Trader is over there. And back to Trader we go. Yeah, 45. And because everything spawns in damaged, it's great. I'm loving the fact that not everything. Tickle stick, yes. Unfortunately, where in the real world, 45 is not a bad round for pistol, submachine gun. I need to fill vape because I just inhaled on an empty vape, which hurts. There we go. And move on. Our character will need to sleep again soon, but we'll need a fire and be inside to do it. We need to reduce down how much we're carrying. We're carrying a lot of ammo that we don't need, and we can't yet sell it because we don't yet have a swipe card to make the sales, which is not helping. So we need to go out and hit convoys to get a chance of getting a swipe card so we can make those sales. Yes, I put sleep mod in. I think for a survival type server, adding the fact that people need to sleep makes sense. We also have an ultra rare sleeping bag on the server that you can deploy in your base. You can't then spawn in it, but it gives you a boost to your sleep. If you sleep on it in your base, you get a 10% boost. And I like building survival servers. You know, I like playing full-on PvP modded servers with Cookie, but I like making more hardcore survival type servers for myself as playgrounds to film and recording. Something where even though there's not a lot of people on the server, it still feels your survival. I'm not into AI. As much as I understand, Infusion AI does a good job. Infusion AI, I mean, Expansion AI, but it's not for me. You admin, just take a break and spawn one. No, certainly not. Which is why I do a lot of what I'm doing on stream, so I can't abuse my admin. So when people watch this stream where I log out, when next time I play, you'll see me carry on from there. The only time that I won't be on stream is if someone opens a ticket and I have to go and do something. Or I'm in fixing server or adding stuff in and just testing stuff. But I don't tend to do that once the server's up that often. AI, I'm loving it until server is popping. People enjoy it. I don't like AI. It's not me. I get why people enjoy it. I understand that completely. I just like a different take on it. So for me, I'd rather put more bears and more wolves in. I'd rather make weapons damaged. I'd rather reduce food. That's how I do a server. But each to their own, you know what I mean? They're damaged. What a mine. Badly damaged. Let's do a nice little swap over. It's like a new pair of trousers. spare map. What's that? 9 milli. No. Okay, we'll take that. Trying to get the talking AI, but they're not English talking yet, as I would get Geordie and Scouse and Mank ones. Is that a better helmet than I've got? What condition's it in? That's damaged. Mine is badly damaged. That'd be a yes then. 5.45, we'll take that. We might find an AK. Okay, our boots need fixing. There's one that you can have talking AI, isn't there, or talking characters that will do English. Leather sewing kit on here is worth its weight in gold. It really is. We're not that far from trader, but there's sub. Let's do a little search for any better quality goods. We will need, we've got a 1 radio, which means we can make an explosive pack. We've got to get past this place without falling out with the Zeds if possible. And then on to trader. See what we can sell. Alright then. Let's go round these Zeds and push for trader. We're not that far away. There's a trader hub inside that mound. And what's nice of having trader on the edge of military is if you do have a firefight in there, you're going to have Zeds join you. AS Val Mag. And we don't have any zombie cleanup in the trader. So if there are zombies in there, great, they're your problem. Right, time to push in. Wish me luck. I've got a wall in here I need to fix, so I realise the second one in is, or the third one in, is floating. That one there. That needs to be sunk in a bit further. It's fine. Right, do some sales. So we can sell the scope of that weapon, suppressor of that one, bayonet, Ruger can be sold. Let's sell that. Heckler can be sold. Let's sell that. That scope can be sold. That suppressor can be sold. And the bayonet can be sold. Okay. We've got 72 nails total. Not brilliant, but we're getting there. Right, how much are the things that we need to buy? Punch card is 400 to make good sales. Base building code lock is 500. Build hammer is 100, yeah. And then we're going to need 2 hinges. So 600 plus the nails to build your base. Raid backpack is 100. That's probably what we're saving up for next, is a raid backpack, because that makes the most sense. That we're okay on. We don't need another bandage. We've got Tetra. We could do with a set of pliers, because we can make nails from pliers. So that's worth having. Right then, let's get back out on the ground. Can that be sold to this one? No. And then if once we've got a swipe card, we can get into the better trader. What we got today? An MP5 mag. I'm back down to the airfield then. Right, take cover. Let's go down to Fairham. Let's just go direct, shall we? Or hit Police Academy. That might make sense. Medical there. We probably need to hit the military over here. And try and get some better weapons to, or some cheap gear to sell up. Attack gogs. Nothing on scope can be sold, so we'll take that. So the tickets, how many uses do you get on it? 2. Depending, if you buy one, it comes in, it's pristine, so you've got 4 uses. If you find them in the world, it's 2 uses. Because they can also be used for the bunkers in the game, and there's 3 bunkers in the game. They can be found also on convoys, so you can farm convoys for them if you wish to, and you don't need to use it to exit the bunker, just to enter. So on exit you can either hit the button or you can swim out the back, and then because the weapons in there, high value weapons sell at 99 nails each. And with the raid backpack, you'll be able to turn a profit in there. Damn hardcore. It's about turning. It's about saying, look, here you are. You've got that. You can enter this area. You can now turn a profit. But you have to work for it. But for me, also making sure people can find the stuff in the world as well. So if you want to sell anything 556 or above, you need to be going in there to sell it. Or boxes of ammo. Or weapon parts. No, boxes of ammo. And like, if you've got boxes of 308, sorry, and you've got like half a Bergen of 308, you'll come away with really, really good profit. You know, you'll make 40, I think it's 40 nails per box. You know, 20 boxes, you've made 400 bucks. You get your 800 minus what it cost you for your swipe card. You can do 2 runs. So it's worth it. But it's a, not end game, it's a build up to it. You can't buy weapons from him, but you can then sell stuff in there. The most they'll pay for anything is 99 nails. So if you get the raid backpack and you've got, you can get in there from testing on your back, you can get 2 in the rucksack, you can probably get 4 in your hands, 1. If you run in 7 M79s, you come away with 700 nails as near as damn it. On 1 run. So it would be build a base and then store up your gear until you've got enough money to run in there. And everything's findable in the world. Or findable online. Findable in airdrops. What I want to do is have the trader buy, and I've got to set it up yet, buy explosives off you. I think that's probably fair, that they'll won't sell you explosives, but they'll buy them. To give players a chance again. And to get players to make choices. Do I want to save up my explosives to raid? Or do I want to sell them? But I'll probably only have him sell the component parts, not the joint part. Or buy the component parts, not the joint part. He won't sell explosives. And it will probably be the basic trader that does it, so new players have a route to making money. You know, maybe he pays 20 for charcoal and 20 for sulfur. Makes sort of sense. And potentially less for gunpowder, maybe 30 for gunpowder. So if you make it into gunpowder, he'll pay less for it when you've combined it. But I'm only going to work those things out as I'm running round, playing it, and working out the economy. I don't have the luxury of having a second PC that I can run the server on to test it and build up and do economy tests until we're live. So at the moment, base building is end game because it's hard to get there. Traders will buy leather goods off you. but they won't buy meat anymore because we've upped the animals. How's our footwear? Okay. Got anything to repair the limited stuff we've got left? No. We're going to need to sort out gear. We'll probably get rid of mags because we can't sell mags. Right, where are we in relation to it there? Okay. So if we delete that one, go down to there. And we'll do a mag sort. Well, we'll do a complete inventory sort and work out what we're, before we go into mill. So we need to be able to pick up some good stuff in there. Got a chance of a stayer in there, which is useful. I've got a spare mag on my stayer. Ooh, that's worthwhile. They're ruined. Okay, so we'll do it up here somewhere. Right, let's do an inventory sort. Let's work out where we are. That we can get the round out. That we don't need. That we can save. Nothing that shoots it. Buckshot. We don't really need filters at the moment. That will keep. That will empty. That don't really need it. It's a nice idea. That's our emergency food, but it's really bad for you on this server. 12 gauge will keep. You do find a fair amount of 12 gauge stuff. 357 is shit. Get rid of that. That we're keeping. That we're keeping. That can be emptied and binned off. That mag we can fill. That mag we can fill. Okay, make that ammo. Baby mags and nails. That we need to keep. Right then. Put that mag away. Stick that away. Pliers we need to keep for when we find nails. Barbed wire, sorry, or metal wire. Meds need to be on us. Emergency med kit here. So, rubber slugs we're binning off, get them a round out of that. Bin that off, get the round out of that. Yeah, I would do, but I'm working out which weapons I'm going to be using, and then I'll load the rounds into those. That's fine. Right. Okay, let's load that up. Got any more? What is that? That is 9 times 39. $45 ACP, we don't have that anymore. 9 times 19. Nothing else to put in that. There's a space there for storage for bits and shit. 45 ACP. Okay, I think. Can we get that in there? No. I think we're happy with that. We've got a little bit of storage. If we move that down because it's smaller, that's got a space we can stick something in if we need to. We do need another knife. Okay. That's fine. 5.5 foot. We'll keep it in the SSG mag in case we pick up an SSG in the police station. That's got our some emergency gear in and fire lighting and fishing. So that's fine. So that's our source for food at the moment. Okay, let's carry on in. That's a bit more stamina. Let's delete that. Now we're going to be needing to hit this end and working our way through it. Let's go via there. Hope it's not a ruined house. Come on, where are you? There we are. We're carrying a second stayer mag because we had a stayer and we binned the stayer off and we ran out of ammo, but I'm still carrying the mag because in this airfield there's a fair chance of finding a stayer. I'm just keeping my M4 because it's an M4. I also have to remember when I'm building the server that as much as it's hard, it's not so hard for an experienced player. It's hard for a new player. For somebody that's experienced, it doesn't feel hard. It just feels a slug. So trying to get that balance right, make it hard for me as an experienced survival player in DayZ. It becomes hard for it becomes ultra hard for someone that's new, and that's not fair. So it's trying to get that balance right. I mean, we have one player that plays from the US on here that this is his first ever experience of DayZ. And really enjoys it, but you've got to allow for that. I'm not going to climb up there just for the hell of it. It's not happening. Right, in we go. One of the 2 airfields on here that are nicely exposed. Now we're searching for wire, so we can turn the wire into nails, because you can buy pliers for $10 each, and wire makes you 40 nails. So major profit can be turned on wire. But you can only use the pliers twice. So one set of pliers costs you 10 nails, and you'll get back 80 nails from it. So 70 nails profit. But if we add that to the 62 we've already got, we're getting close to actually being able to get some good gear. You need replacement knives. Sharpening stones would be good. So how many to team? How do you mean? We don't have teams on here. Oh, damaged. What's mine? Very damaged? Damaged and soaked. We'll stay with mine. M14 mag, we'll certainly take that because the ammo's worth having. Use a bad knife to start with. No point searching them. How many group can you have? You don't know groups on here, mate. It's a solo server. If you want to run with friends, then you can't even use armbands because we don't put them in the game. And if you make them, the game will ignore them and delete them. So the reason I do that is there's so many servers out there for teams and groups, but there's nothing for solos. And it stops having one group dominating the map. It also keeps away a lot of the sweaty players that want to take over a map. So we don't have any group. Press a button to get a group thing set up. What's that? Fucking pristine. Wow. Unheard of on here. Right, we do need another bandage. Don't need any more charcoal. We'll always take tetra. Look, plenty of codeine. We'll take the tetra. See more charcoal. I think bringing charcoal into something that you can sell makes sense. It's a big enough item that players can carry it out. Damaged. So we have people. Ooh, piece of rope. We'll take that because that's, as we know, halfway to a flag. And I'm ready. As we know, we have easy flag on here. Okay, so down to the Reaper barns. Push past these little buggers. So we do have a couple of people that run with friends on here, but without identification, just lots of communication. But what I didn't want is like a group of 3 or 4 joining, gaming together, building a base together and owning the map. Don't need to hit fire station. Come on, you. If you're someone, have you watched some people playing Grey Zone yet? Yeah, I have. It looks amazing. I'm massively looking forward to it. I will buy it when it goes into proper early access. Oh, swipe card would have been nice. Massively looking forward to Grey Zone. What we got? Flashlight. No, care packages. Hurricane Ridge. Okay. Too far away to worry about. And I don't have the ammo to do a care package. What ammo is that? 45 ACP. We'll pick it up just because we can make use of the ammo in other weapons. Another lamp for bases. Well, that was pretty shit. Let's check some of this stuff. Box of 45. I'll take that. I think I got it. I think I may get it, but not like the tank looking menu in the game. The Tark looking menu in the game, yeah. I'm not a... You know, I bought Tarkov. It's not me. I don't enjoy it enough to make it worthwhile. 101 mag. We'll have that. That's got some 223 in it. Your little bugger. Another box of 45. spare flash. It's worth it. Gonna need food again soon, so we'll be off fishing. Once we finish through here, we'll make our way down to the coast and do some fishing. Still looking for a piece of wire or barbed wire. Either will do the job. What's my combat packs? So I only play it when mate is online as it is poo. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm just... It's too closed up for me. I like a bit more open-ended. Damaged. They are damaged. We'll stay with our damaged one. We'll take the mag. At least we can exchange it for ammo. Not doing well on the old wire today. Found one piece of barbed wire yesterday. Didn't have pliers on me. Won't let that happen again. So we need food and water. UMP mag. Right, that's nearest pond, because ponds are certainly safer up there. All the seas down here. So let's push for somewhere down here and go fish, and then we can push over that well if need be. Okay. Let's go and do some, sort out some food and water admin. Wire on watchtowers. Okay. I haven't played with those spawns yet, but ooh. Is that a present? That is a present. But I also haven't overly analysed where they, within these files, where they put wire. I tend not to look at shit like that. Oh, pristine helmet. Of a type that will fit MVGs. Yes, please. Not that we have any MVGs. But I know he does some of his, on here, as a standard, he does some of his own spawns. We'll use up the present, and once it's used up, then we'll throw it away. How surprising, it's jammed already. Won't leave it clear. Too fucked to clear. Okay, that's life. Right, let's go do some fishing. Best part of doing your own server, you can check spawn points and 80% on higher places. I do look at that stuff. Yeah, I go through it. So I split all the types down into like clothing, weapons, all that shit, and then load them as separate type files within the server pack. And then I go through them all, getting rid of the shit. So dresses and teddy bears and dress shoes and all that sort of bollocks is gone. And then I reduce spawns down. And then in DayZ Editor, I edit some of the buildings and take some of the spawn points out of buildings to reduce that down. Some buildings are great. You run in and find 1, maybe 2 loot spawns inside. Some you run in and they've got like 10 loot spawn places. And it's like, no. And then if somewhere's been too silly for it as a spawn point, I mix it up and change around what it comes under. So might move an item out of clothing that shouldn't be in clothing and put it into industrial, so it spawns in industrial instead. So I do mix things up, but I get rid, mainly I use it to get rid of the shit. And if somebody says to me, I can't find any barbed wire, then I would look it up and say, you need to be looking in type buildings, whatever it comes under. It's a shelf spawn in this type of building. And there's 80 on the server at the moment. Fishy time. So we need some worms. We need Mr. Fishing Rod. On my map, I'm playing on someone else's server and not finding items, so I put the map into a special key on his map. Near as it spawned. Yeah. I mean, I've got 2 players on that play the server that only play the servers I make, which is quite nice. But most of our players haven't played Pacific Northwest. Get some lunch, breakfast. So I try and stay sort of with what they're used to with where things spawn in. Doesn't always go according to plan. Okay, the graphics has failed for the fishing. And we caught a fish. Well, we get mackerel this time. Excellent. Some houses up there. Yarp. What about a new fishing rod? Oh, badly damaged hook. Yeah. Our hook won't last forever. What I need is DayZ houses, not custom houses, because custom houses fires don't always work. And I could do with I don't need a crossbow in my life. Though it is tempting at some point to do a medieval server. Wipe the map of all the villages and rebuild them using the mod pack that gives you like huts, and bring in the old padlock rather than code locks, and do crossbows and shit. I also really want to do at some point in the future a server that's set in the dark, where you spawn in with MVGs and everything's at night, and batteries become the most important thing in your life. I think it could be a really interesting mechanic. We're not going to overly search, it's about cooking now, not searching. Oh, didn't know there was a big pond here. Well, sea outlet. I think we might. Let's. I think what we've eaten, we're going to make our way around and have a look at Destruction Island, because I never have, and that's a place that's worth a check. Potential home of the future. So we'll go up this way and do some cooking. We can find a house that's easy to cook in. What about the night server? I haven't played it. When I used to play Northman's, they did an event where it was all medieval, a medieval event. Teams of people with maces fighting each other. But that was just before I joined their server. I think it has massive possibilities. Alright, this is a normal house, isn't it? Excellent. Badly damaged packet of crisps, it'll make me ill. Right then, let's get some fire on the go. I mean, you do a medieval server. Yeah, I think it could be a lot of fun. Yeah, it could be. It just have to be worked out. But I think long term, I think once I've got the internet connection. Once I've got my own house and I have my own server, I think having a night server with castles and this server is on, there you go. Come on. Yeah, no, I'd like to in the future. I think once I've got my own place, once Mum goes and I buy a house, it will certainly have fast enough internet in the house because I'll make sure of it, and I'll have a secondary PC running as a server rather than having to rent servers. Because there's a few games that I'd like to run on server. And then the aim will be to have probably a Pacific Northwest, probably a Chimesie, something as a, as we say, a night server, something where you get to, it's all in fitting, it's all mud huts and castles. Right, where next? I need to go to get rid of that one. We need to be going up to that well there. Then down to here and across to here. That looks good. We've not had a look at that island yet, and we're all for having a look at things. Yeah, that's why we need a big rucksack. Right, let's move. We did bring everything, didn't we? Yep. So eating the food in the game does make us ill, because it's all damaged. So if you find food, like tins of food or anything, so it's good in an emergency, but you really need to be living off the land. Which is why we've upped the animal spawns. So fishing, and then when you get up north, hunting. We've also upped the zombie spawns. Now, this server, as a standard, has 200 zombie spawn, has 200 zombies maximum on the server at a time. So we've certainly changed that. Stay with our ship knife. Yep, I need to get BSK to run my server as Virgin Media is a ball ache to do server on due to their firewall safety. Yeah, so here I'm on Obviously it's a shared house, so I don't have any choice because it's the landlord's choice. And we're on PlusNet because that's what he has all his businesses on, and it's all right. I mean, we've got 300 down and 60 up, but I couldn't run a server on it. Wouldn't be reliable enough. You little fucker. Been a while since I've been cut. But I'll probably, down here, when I have my own place, it'll be with Jurassic. Because I can have much more control over it. And I can have 1,000 up and 500... Sorry. 1,000 down and 500 up. And then run it as a server. But as much as I keep hinting to the landlord that we need faster internet because we get more upload, he won't fall for my games. He's like, it's enough. And it, arguably, for everybody else in the house, it is. Look into BSK when you move, as their speed makes Virgin look boo. Depends if they're down here, mate. But I will have a look. 11 up and 150 down. It's the best on Virgin. On BSK, it's 11 up and down. Okay. A 1 terabyte up and a 150 down. Yeah. So it's the same with Jurassic. Jurassic will do massively down here. Virgin is the fastest apart from Jurassic down here, and then Jurassic is the big player. But it comes down to what's available as per normal and where you're living, unfortunately. We've got villages, we've got towns down here. This is the southwest for you. Back in the days, I did not believe it until my stepbro on the same price, but yeah, check if it's in your area. I will do, mate. So when Virgin were rolling out 20 years ago, and they were moving through down the road towards a town. It was not Virgin in those days down here. It was another firm that Eurobell or somebody else that Virgin then took over. But by the by, so they were coming down the road towards one of the towns near to me, and I used to drink with the town councillor in those days in that town. You need to lower them walls. And am I going down the right bit? I am. Good. And they said to the town council, we'd like to put Eurobell cable into the town because we've got to pass through, and we'll put it into every home. And the town council, we do not want that sort of internet in our town. It's not what we need. And that's the mentality of the Southwest. We do not need that here. Why would we want that? Oh, is this military? No, housing. Okay. And the same when I used to live in this place before I moved out and then moved back again. And I said to my landlord, because I was in a private apartment in the roof, and at the time the only thing we had here was Virgin that was any good. And I said to my landlord, can I pay for my own separate Virgin connection, have it written into my contract, pay you a sort of retainer, so if I leave you're still covered for the year, etc, etc. And well, why would you want fast internet? Just lost on people. I've got my wells only showing blue pipes. That does sort of make sense. Right, that's a waste of time as an island. Mate in Germany, his internet is shit. My internet was in so when I was in North Devon, the fastest the property could get was 32 down and 6 up. And I spoke to BT about it, and they said the problem we've got is the telegraph pole that supplies the whole street outside is is fucked. We can't exchange it because one of our like health and safety team has been out and put a do not climb because the telegraph pole is condemned notice on it. So we're not allowed to climb that telegraph pole to change the cabling to get you faster internet. And the telegraph pole in question was in somebody's garden who was old. So why would they want fast internet? Mate in Belgium has shit hot internet and it's free. Nothing's completely free though, is it? Because if something's free, you're normally paying for it in taxes. So that's Destruction Island. Now, is there anything on there of any use, do you reckon? Is it worth the swim out to have a little check of what's inside that buildings? It has to be, doesn't it? Alright, let's do it. Yeah. Southwest mentality, mate. They don't get it. Whereas everybody else in the world is like, we want the fastest internet possible because it will help firms, it will help businesses, it will help residential. The Southwest is, why would we want that here? That is true under Plant Earth rules. I mean, I live in Exeter now, and we don't even get 5G coverage in most of the town. Nobody has any interest in it. So I'm thinking that this potentially could be somewhere to eventually have a base. Because the swim doesn't overly matter. As long as there's no wolves on here or bears. Yeah. And Exeter's like a thriving hub of the Southwest. The fact that I have 300 down and 60 something up internet is awesome. You just have to be thankful for what you've got. If you put sharks in that area, it would be funny. I'd have to add another mod, that's the trouble. Ooh, what condition? Ah, damaged. Well, that was shit. We do have an airdrop on this island. What was that originally? Caution, ear protection area. Okay, so that's your heli landing pad that we don't have any helis on here. Do what we did back in the day. Everything is fast to what we had back in the day. Yes, yeah. The ones of us that started life with dial-up, everything's amazing. Well, I don't think we'll be living on this island. Yeah, 33k modems, what I started off life with. On a plus point, you might be able to walk all the way to it at low tide, which means you could walk barrels out to it. My character needs to sleep. So we need to sleep next to a fire if possible. Where's our nearest house? Probably that one. Your dad or mum would use the phone and you'll stop gaming download. Thank you, yeah. You'd download, you'd click on a interesting image and have to wait 10 minutes for it to spawn in. So I remember downloading I need to find a house with a fireplace. Downloading the first Rainbow Six demo, and it was 100 megs, and it took me 24 hours to download it. There we go. House with a fireplace. Now we need something to cook the goon. That'll do. But there's no fireplace in this one, is there? Bugger. No fireplace in the pub either, is there? That will already be damp. Okay, throw that away. That one's there's got a fireplace in it. Yeah, so Rainbow Six, the first one. Yeah, the demo was like 112 megs. And it just took forever to download. Star Wars Elite was 2 weeks download. Didn't we used to? I used to download in parts as well, didn't we? We used to download using bulletin boards and rebuild them. I think. Not me, obviously. One of my relatives, maybe. Need as much boost to this sleep as possible. Because until we've got a base and we can sleep every night, we'll have to be dangerous sleeping. And I've got the sleep mod patched or edited so you use more energy when base building and swimming and carrying more weight. Yeah, had some people need to listen to music down phone. Stepsister stopping my download times. Oh, music on the phone. Yeah, you could dial numbers, couldn't you? And then listen to the latest music tracks. God, that shows our age. Yeah, people don't know how good they've got it now. I don't think I can sleep any longer. It's too bright. Okay, well that's fine. Still, that was a nice boost. Right then. Well, next in my little adventure, let's go back up to the oil rig. So National Guard facility. So if we go for there to start with, and then make our way up. Actually, let's take that off. Let's go for oil rig itself, which is there. So if I put a mark there, then even if I die, my mark is still going to be on the oil rig. Oh, we'll have that. Let's do some repairs. Have to go to my dad's and sort his PC out and give him a haircut. Okay, mate. Thanks for hanging out with me, though. Thanks for coming on. Massively appreciated. We're going to make our way out and carry on our little adventure. I'll only be streaming probably another 15-20 minutes myself, and then I'll come off for a few hours and come back later. A few little things that I can see that need fixing on the server, so I'll do those in the background while I have some breakfast. We need to change the trader. I'm going to have him buy explosive compound off people At least it's a way of making some money easily. No problems, and may pop in map soon. Thank you, that's appreciated, mate. I want to up some of the, bring some of the wolf and bear spawns into towns. Make things a little bit harder down south. Things are too easy at the moment. So what we might do is find a nice bush to log out under and call it for the moment, because we're at 148. That's fine, it's not a bad little stream. Let's go and find a bush to log out under. That'll do. Right, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you later. Enjoy. Remember, if you've got a goblin in your sights, miss.